Hey, what is up guys, this is DJ Clan Smasher. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off by saying, do you want to hog like Late Gaming knows how to hog? Well, here it is guys. Finally some Hog Rider content. You know, Hog Rider is one of my favorite troops. Haven't used it as much, but I will definitely start using it a lot more after seeing these attacks. So right here guys, this is Elite Gaming. They're currently in a CWL match against Robo Cog. So if they win this match, they might still possibly have a chance to get into the playoffs depending on how other people did. So this match is very important, and that is why they're taking it very serious, because they want to make sure that they can win, just in case they do have an opportunity to do it, they can get into the playoffs. So anyways guys, right here we have, I can't really pronounce the name, but we have our number 21 guy right here. And notice how he started the funnel. If you want to go ahead and go back a little bit, the way he placed the golems and everything, and then just kind of waited off on the king for a little bit, you'll notice that pattern. And pretty much the whole point of these attacks, or you want to attack bases, you can pretty much attack almost any base with Hog Riders. You just got to know the main important thing is to know your Hog Rider pathing. So if you know how your Hog Riders are going to travel, it'll be a lot easier for you to come up with a plan to attack a base. So remember, Hog Riders only go for defenses. So if you are going to attack a base and you start off with your golem part and your kill squad, you're usually going to go where the queen is at. That way you can get rid of the queen, because if you don't get rid of that queen, she will definitely get rid of all your hogs and your raid will be over as soon as possible. So definitely make sure that with any kill squad you take, to get rid of the queen. And if you know that there's big bombs or anything, and there is a way to, you know, path your golems to trigger those big bombs, even better, because you get 2 birds with 1 stone. So anyways guys, this attack gets wrapped up. Great job by our number 21, who was able to hog the Fladoodle out of the 007 base. Guess it wasn't 2007 if you ask me. But anyways, he was able to hog this base very well, and notice how he saved a few wizards, kind of just to help with the cleanup. So anyways guys, let's go ahead and go to our next attack. And by the way, I'm going to show you a variation of different kind of hog attacks. There will be some where they only take a little bit of a hog, some where they take a few or a lot of them, and then there's others that will take some bowlers and some won't even take bowlers at all. And some will do queen walks like this one right here. So right here we have Robo Cog. Starting off with a queen walk close to 2 o'clock, and then he puts in a golem over there like around 3 o'clock, and then a few wizards just to start the funnel. And then there's that other golem as well, and then he put a few wizards down there where the storages are. You can't really see it just because I couldn't really spread the screen too much, so I try to focus mainly on the queen walk just so you guys can see how he paths everything. He does a very smart thing. If you look towards the left side at the bottom, he puts a baby dragon right there because he knows that that thing is going to take out the Barb King. That way the Barb King won't distract the troops, because if you notice, the king is going straight to the middle and so are the bowlers. But if the king was alive, the enemy king was alive, then the bowlers and the king would want to go where the king is at. So that means that they would be targeted by all that splash damage, and you do not want that to happen. So guys, look at this right here. He's only got 10 Hog Riders left, only 1 spell, and a few cleanup troops. So notice how far this kill squad goes. He's not really depending on the hogs too much, but watch how he incorporates all this. So there goes that final spell. So therefore that means that he's really depending on this shattered Goboho attack that he did. So he sends a few hogs just to trigger some bombs and to try to get that expo. Luckily the queen is able to reach that, so it helps out the Hog Rider. And now it's all about the cleaning process. It gets a little sketched just because, as you can see, this attack is not looking 100% promising. Looks like there's a lot of defenses left. So but he does a very good job of, you know, being very patient with the Hog Riders. So whenever you're doing a shattered attack, you want to make sure you're very patient with the Hog Riders. Like for instance, right here, you want to wait till certain defenses are targeting the queen. Since the queen has the healers, she usually won't die unless there's too many point defenses on her. But at this point, there isn't too many defenses on her at all. So Robocop is very patient when it comes to sending in the hogs. So he sends them from the bottom to get rid of those Teslas, and then to try to get that cannon. Luckily he was able to get all that through, and then look, watch right there, the Expo is targeting the Queen, but like I said, that's the only defense that's targeting it. And look at this heroic hog. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can check it out. Watch that hog rider just doing some work. Took down that Expo with a little bit of health left, you know, triggered the spring trap but didn't even care and just jumped right through. So anyways guys, that's that attack right there. So let's check out another attack, and this one right here is going to be by Robocop again, but a different base. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. This time he doesn't do a queen walk, so he's going to show you a different variation of doing this attack. So he starts out, whenever you see buildings, guys, that aren't going to, there's no defenses that are close enough to target your wizards, make sure to drop a few things just so you can get rid of some structures, because that'll make life so much easier to create that funnel, and there's nothing that's stopping your troops from going in there. So you know, it's a win-win. Your troops don't die, they can just go through, and you make that solid funnel. So anyways guys, he places his golems there. That golem kind of got a little stuck. I hate it when that happens. He placed a jump spell to try to get everything into the core. Notice how he didn't really approach on the queen section. This is one of those exceptions because he's taking a bunch of tank. He's got a few golems right there, and he's pretty much used all the spells because you're pretty much depending on the kill squad right here. He does have a solid amount of hog riders, but the kill squad is what's doing most of the work. He already knows that they're going to reach that queen. Because the kill squad is very heavy. So when it comes to that, sometimes you don't even need any spells for the hog rider part. You're just kind of just trickling them in wherever you feel that are needed, that they're needed. Especially if you see that the golems are tanking throughout all the defenses, that's when you want to throw them in. He threw in a few on the left side closer to the 9 o'clock section to get rid of that cannon, and then he threw in a wizard on the top side because he already knew there was no defenses, just to kind of start with the cleanup process. Because the worst part that could possibly happen, guys, is you clear all the defenses, and guess what? There's a few buildings left, you get a 99% 2-star, and you run out of time. That's the worst thing. So anyways guys, notice how he trickles in those defenses, is very patient when it comes to the hog riders, and then after that it's just cleanup time. So let's go ahead and, you know, speed things up a little bit. But yeah, the main point, guys, is you start the funnel. That's one of the things. It depends on what you're using. You can either start with the queen walk or you start with the funnel, depending on if you're doing a queen walk or not. If not, you go ahead and start with the golems, unless there's structures that you can take out with the wizards. Then you go ahead and do that first, and then you can place the golems. Make sure you create that funnel, and then go ahead and wall break. Send in a test wall break just in case, unless you already know for sure it's safe. Just because if that little bomb is the same level as your wall breaker, it'll instantly die. So you don't want to send all 4 or 5 of your wall breakers and then have a wall breaker fail, and that's what's going to cause you to not get a good attack. So anyways guys, right here he starts off with a column. This is Baby Epic Wet, by the way, and he's pretty hardcore. Comes up with some crazy attacks. I'll be showing you in another video how he attacks a Town Hall 9 with some dragons, and there's another video as well, another player who also does a very similar attack. So I'll be showing you that, so stay tuned for more content, guys. So anyways, look at that great funnel. I'm not sure if that golem on the right side, closer to 6 o'clock, was planned that way. I think he was trying to get into the core, but anyways, it still worked out, guys. Notice how that funnel was created, so everything's going to go straight to the middle, and then all your spells are just going to be heavy in the middle. Just because you want to make sure that the bowlers are able to survive, because those are the ones that are going to do most of the work at the beginning. And then he just starts sending in the hog riders on the left side, and then notice how patient he is with the heal spell. So guys, right there, notice how the double big bomb didn't kill his hog riders. That's a big point. So before, back in the day, 2 big bombs would have instantly killed your hogs no matter what level. So the good thing is that now you can survive a little bit longer, so that should encourage others to start using hog riders, because they are pretty powerful. You just gotta know how to use them. And also another big point, guys, is if you're using hog riders and you send in your golems, you don't want to send the hog riders in the same direction as the golems, because if you think about it, the hog riders and the golems both target the same things. So if you send them the exact direction, that means that your golems are going to be stuck trying to figure out where to go next. But if you send them like sort of at an angle, or wait till, you know, just to kind of trickle them in on certain defenses, that's the best way to use the hog riders. That way you can go ahead and target the defenses better, and there's a better pathing, like a clockwise or counterclockwise, and just kind of trickling them in, doing a shattered version. So anyways guys, this one right here is a very interesting attack. This is Hitman. He's one of our best Town Hall 9 attackers as well. Actually almost all of these guys. I can't think of anybody who's not a great solid attacker in this clan when it comes to Town Hall 9s. So anyways, he starts off with a heal with the Queen Walk over there at 6 o'clock. And notice how he uses that minion just to kind of take out a few buildings to make sure that the Queen goes to the side that he wants. He doesn't want the Queen to go to 9 o'clock because that's not where the enemy Queen is at. So he's starting that Queen Walk to make sure he gets rid of a few defense structures and everything, and then start walking towards 3 o'clock because that's where he wants to start the kill squad area. Or at least that's what I thought. Just kidding, guys. He actually starts on this side right here. Oh, that makes sense because he doesn't even have that many Hog Riders. Sorry about that, guys. So anyways, he starts over here on the total opposite side of the Queen, which is very interesting because it's very rare if you see that and Hogs together. But the Queen Walk is going very strong at 3 o'clock, so I'm guessing that his plan was the Queen would kill his enemy Queen and there would be no worries. And plus the kill squad over here on the left side, when you have a bunch of golems like that, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need that many Hog Riders, just because the kill squad can go so far. You can even swag a bunch of Hog Riders too when you have that heavy of a kill squad. So anyways guys, he gets rid of this whole core right here. There's a bunch of wizard towers and everything, but no worries, the boulders can do some work. And he's got like a wizard or two over there that's also helping. So look at that, guys. He didn't even have to approach the Queen from the side that the Queen's at because his kill squad reached all the way to that side and was able to kill it. He still has 5 Hog Riders left, which he sends towards the back end where that mortar is just to get rid of that defense. And then they're going to jump straight to that archer tower. And now that he got rid of that part, he can go ahead and start the cleanup process. I can't remember what that loom was for, so maybe there might have been a hidden Tesla up there that I might have missed. But anyways, guys, this is a very solid attack. So hopefully this helps out. If there's any questions or concerns, feel free to message me. I do check my comments. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and goodbye, guys.